Hello, I'm Bria Richards with Remax Pinnacle, the Bridge Team, and today I'm at the Mifflin Farm in Wrightsville, Pennsylvania, which is a part of the Susquehanna National Heritage Area. We're lucky to live in an area with a rich history, and I'm happy to have the opportunity to talk with Pete Mealy a little bit more about why the Mifflin Farm makes us Rivertown proud.
So we own this 87-acre piece of property right here on Cool Springs Road. Has a barn that the original part of the barn, the oldest part of the barn, was built in 1850, and then in the 1930s or 40s this dairy barn wing was added on, and this entire piece of property was threatened by warehouse development. The reason that this property was saved, the history that is most tied to this landscape, is the Underground Railroad history, and that's centered on the house. Jonathan and Susquehanna Mifflin moved here to this property in about 1801 and constructed this house. It eventually became a stop on the Underground Railroad. This room is centered to that Underground Railroad story because the accounts that we have of freedom seekers here in the house, they all stay in the parlor. So people come and they say, well, can we see the tunnels? Can we see the basement? Can we see the attic? Freedom seekers weren't in those spaces, that they were here as guests of the Mifflins. In 1863, the Civil War comes here to Wrightsville. This area was known for the bridge between Wrightsville and Columbia. It's the longest covered bridge in the world, 1.25 miles long. But it was also a major crossing point between Harrisburg and the Mason-Dixon line. So the Confederates are targeting it. The Union Army recognizes that the Confederates are probably going to try to cross here. And the Union Army orders the digging of entrenchments surrounding Wrightsville. And we have some evidence that suggests that some of these entrenchments may have come across the fields down here. And on the evening of June 28th, the Confederates appear on the west end of Wrightsville, and they bring up their cannon and they start shelling these entrenchments. And the fight lasts about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and eventually the Union forces are forced to retreat, and they retreat back to the bridge. And to keep the Confederates from crossing, they torch the bridge. Die-hard Civil War people know when you talk about the Gettysburg campaign, how critical this moment was to the outcome of that fight. So we're hoping that we can bring some more people from Gettysburg and more Civil War people over this way. Yeah. We are working to develop this into the Susquehanna Discovery Center and Heritage Park as a place where visitors and locals can come and learn what makes this region unique, but then learn about how to go out onto the landscape, go out into the two counties and explore. We can think about history happening hyper-locally to ordinary people like you and me, and that's what I really want people to take away from coming here to this property.